Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Eric. I gotta be. I gotta take this hat off because my wife told me not to eat the kids' candy, and then she just beat me unmerciful.
You know,
Oh, so much pain.
you were just trying to help the kids not get cavities. So you're eating the candy to sacrifice yourself so they don't get the cavities. And that's how your wife treats you?
Yeah, yeah. Just a baseball bat to the old head. Oh, oh.
I'll use the force.
Heal me.
Is she still alive?
My wife. No, I just heard something fall upstairs. I think we made it. I think you did it.
I, I tell you what, man, I love Halloween.
Oh, me too, man. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Halloween is the best. So, in celebration of Halloween, I'm gonna do a few readings for some people. Few readings for the
Nice.
give a little love in the Halloween world. So I'm gonna do one for Anthony because poor Anthony just got beat up. Got beat up just
Ah,
for he sacrificed himself so the kids don't get cavities, and his wife beat him. Well,
all I heard was "Don't touch the candy, big boy," and then a baseball bat connected with my head.
and
Oh,
I mean, actually, can you technically blame her with the price of candy is nowadays? I mean,
uh, I paid for the candy and I still got beat up. Oh,
oh man,
oh.
I wanna thank you so much. Donations to the channel is awesome, and
Thank
I
you, my
appreciate
clock.
anybody. I appreciate anybody who does that. Right before I do a card just for Anthony to make him feel better for getting beat up by his own wife on Halloween.
Oh,
Here's a
is my
little.
nose?
It's not really
Oh,
a teaser. It's not really a teaser. It's just to let people know that this Wednesday is the premiere. I said originally Sunday, but there were some additional lines that needed to be in it, and this is kind of a teaser in a small, weird way, I guess. Here we go.
yeah, baby. That looks
That is
good.
that is just a little teaser on
A little
what the
taste.
next
A little bit.
episode is going to be about. You can see that there's going to be some heaven, some Lucifer, some weird bat-looking creature. Not going to tell you what that creature is. You have to watch the show and find out. And heroes that has to rise to save the day.
No, this is gonna be epic.
I mean,
Epic.
I mean, people try to take over the planet Earth. People try to take over the universe. And what? Somebody's trying to take over heaven?
Hell
My
no.
God, it's not even possible.
No way. Not while we're around.
All right. So here we go. I'm going to pick a card here.
Oh, pick me a winner.
And the way I've done this in the past is I pulled out some crystals. Now, I usually have 4 crystals, but my purple crystal is in this. So I'm not going to take it apart just for that. So I got 3 crystals, Anthony.
All
Green,
right.
yellow, and red. You pick a crystal.
I feel. Let's go with red because I'm bleeding all over the place today.
Anthony gets a red crystal. And people in the chat, if you never saw a reading before, what I do is I put the red crystal in the magic thing. And this allows me the power to pick a card just for him. So I turn it on. Turn it on. Picking a card. The power.
May the Schwartz be with you.
All right. I got the card right here. Inspiration.
Ooh.
Beat up, and he's gonna inspire.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
This is awesome.
Inspire me.
Okay, this is inspiration. This is what it says. Hope is like the sun. If you only believe in it when you see it, you'll never make it through the night. Which he does a lot of things at night, people. He does a lot of things at night. Don't look to others to give you the hope that you will succeed. The hope is already inside you. So basically, what this really means is, in a Sith Lord kind of way, he don't take shit from nobody. Because people, he doesn't need people for hope. He's got the hope already inside him. Doesn't need
As
anybody else.
Master, you know what, Eric? I feel like what Master Yoda said: "Do or do not. There is no try."
There is no try. And we all know that he goes out at night. He tries to find UFOs for people, paranormal detectives. So he doesn't need anybody's approval. Doesn't give a shit if people think he's crazy or not. Doesn't need it all that. He's got it inside him. So I'm gonna show some small little short little videos that I put on my TikTok over the weekend. And if anybody who wants to donate to the channel, which helps get the cartoons created, I will give you a special reading just for you. And my flock, you did donate. I'll do a reading for you in a second. But let me pull up my TikTok and show something to Anthony. And God tell you what, man, talking in this thing, I don't know how I sound.
It's kind of right. It's not that bad.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to share screen. This is...
Must be hot under there, though.
Oh, God, it is hot. Now, this is, according to this here, this is supposed to be the camera that was strapped about 12 feet above a feeder, and it's caught this. So let's see, make sure how that looks there. I want to make sure. Oh.
Lost it.
Now, apparently that's a camera in the air that caught that. Now, is that just a gorilla? Is it just a monkey? You know,
I think it's somebody in a costume, dude.
Or is it? Because if it is a costume, that's a damn good costume.
Yeah, it's a good costume, but it looks like a costume.
And it
Look
could
at
be
the back of the head. Watch the back of his head. See?
Let me see if I pause it. Let me go back here.
Right there.
Hold on a second. Let me see. Oh. There. Maybe I gotta pause it more in the middle. Let's see.
3, 2, now.
It won't. Oh, I guess you can't pause it in the middle. I thought you could. Huh.
But you can see where the back of the head kind of looks like if he had a pullover mask where it slit down the middle and open a little bit. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong, but that's just the illusion that I get. And is it just me, or does the mouth look like it's wide open the whole time?
It does look like it's wide open all the time. This is why we share this stuff. All right. My Flock donated $2 to the channel. So My Flock, you get to choose out of the 3 colors. My Flock, you want red, yellow crystal, or the green crystal. The red basically represents the Sith. The green represents Jedi Masters. And the yellow basically kind of represents like the balance. So my flock, you get to choose. You donated $2 to the channel. You want green. All right, she wants green. All right, so I take the green, put it in this. And you can tell it goes green because it's camouflage with the green screen.
Good. Your hate has made you powerful. Now, fulfill your destiny.
All right, my flock. Here we go. I'm going to pick a card with the card. Man, what is today's inspiration day?
Oh yeah.
That's Yoda. That's Yoda. So I'll try to do this in the Yoda voice. The greatest teacher failure is look back at a time you failed at something. Ask yourself what you can do differently next time. You can always learn from defeat. Come on, guys. That's the perfect Yoda voice. Okay, what does that mean?
Sounded just like him.
Yes, I used to do good. Good I did. Yes.
New donation. Thank you, Cynthia.
So basically what this means is, look at times you fail. We all fail. We do. We always fail. You're always gonna fail. You're always gonna do something wrong. It's not when it's just when it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But the question is, when you fail, it's how you learn from it. You learn. You move on. Look at football players all the time. I watched football yesterday. On my team, Seattle, who beat New York. Thank God, because I have family from New York. It's so awesome. Tyler Lockett dropped the ball, fumbled it. Right. He was feeling lost in the game. They threw him a touchdown pass, 30-yard touchdown pass. He shook away. I fucked up, but I could do better. And that's what life is. Learning from your mistakes. Now, if you keep making the same mistakes, then you're fucked. Then
shame on you.
There's no hope for you. There's no hope for you.
That's right.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna do Cynthia after I show another clip. This is I'm going to put this back up. This one is called, this is supposed to be photos of a Bigfoot that's supposed to be carrying a baby right there.
Now that looks good.
Bigfoot sighting is that a baby on her back.
Wow. And you know how people say that they look like Neanderthal, the face? People, with the Bigfoot sightings. Look at that. Now that I believe. Wow.
That is...
Where'd you find this one, Eric? That's a good one, man.
I research all over.
Look at the baby on its back, man.
I've actually put up a lot of stuff over the weekend on TikTok with this kind of stuff.
Frost Kitten said, so it's a little foot. I like that.
All right.
Wow, that's a great one.
All right, Cynthia. Now, remember, when you guys donate to the channel, it actually goes to something. It actually goes, every cent goes to the cartoon. Every cent. So, Cynthia, Prince. What color would you like? Yellow, red, or green? What do you feel like? Let me go all the way down. So, Cynthia, what color do you want? You can always say, Anthony, pick the color for me, too. So, if you don't want to
I'll be more than happy.
Let's see.
If you don't want to pick, I'll pick for you.
Let's see. I'm just seeing if it pops up. I know sometimes my stuff.
There's a little delay.
Oh, Cynthia said red. Okay.
Red.
Sometimes StreamYard picks up the the chat slower than when you can
Yes.
see it on YouTube.
Because
So
it's
she
being
wants red.
compressed.
So Cynthia feels like a little Sith today.
She's feeling a little
A
city.
little Sith today. All right, here we go. Turning on the power. Turning on the power. Let me see if this talks for you too. Sometimes it wants to talk, sometimes it doesn't.
The Jedi saw themselves as tools of the Force. The Sith know the Force is their tool, and a tool must be used. You can command the Force, provided you are worthy.
Oh, she got a guidance, and look, it's another Yoda. This is gonna be. This is gonna. I love that. I love that. So Cynthia, you got guidance, and since there's a picture of Yoda, I'm gonna talk in Yoda again. True wisdom comes from both knowledge and experience, but you don't have to live 900 years to become wise. Teach yourself one new thing a day. Wisdom comes in many forms. Many forms it comes. So, Cynthia, what does that mean? It means make an effort every day. Try to learn one thing. Learn something. Because I've always said this. The day you stop learning is basically the day you take a shovel and bury yourself in the ground. When you keep learning, and you can learn in different ways. You can learn through social media if you want, YouTube, going out in the fields, listening to whatever you feel that's your kind of a knowledge you want to learn. I can't tell you what you want to learn because only you know what you're into. But there's different ways you can learn. You could go to a bookstore, get a book, or get a book from, I don't know, Amazon, whatever they call it. So whatever you do, just learn something. Try to learn one thing a day. Could be cooking. Could be how to massage a person. I don't know. Or how to talk to a father when you have a father, just like Darth Vader. Try to teach your dad on how to be a good person again.
I am not a good person. I am Lord Vader.
All right, so I'm gonna show another video, and like I said, if anybody wants to tribute to the channel, I will give you a special reading if you want to tribute to the channel. This one is the Harley Hoffman Bigfoot footage. Now, I'm not here to tell you, I don't know, honestly, I don't know a whole lot about this family. I don't know a whole lot about the Harley Hoffman Bigfoot footage. So, can't tell you if this is real, this is a hoax. That's up to you to decide. Here we go. You see, so just seeing that, you think that's right off a hoax, or you think there could be some trick to it?
Let her roll more.
I know sometimes it's hard to,
That's hard.
It is hard. Danny Stanton, I know you've studied Bigfoot for many, many years. Do you know anything about the Harley Hoffman Bigfoot footage? Are they a known family in the community? Are they somebody that people can say they trust? So if anybody is in DNP, I know you're in the Bigfoot, you're huge in the Bigfoot community. So if any of you know if Florida is getting way too crowded and expensive. Yeah, but I will say one thing about Florida. I don't live there.
Yeah, the hair hangs off the inside of its legs. I like that. Just something about that rings authentic to me right there. Like dirty and mangy, When you buy a costume, like all the hair fibers on something like that, they're not like that. You know what I mean? They're very fine. But this looks like it's mangy. So I like the way the hair looks on the video. Could it be a costume? Yeah, I mean, they do amazing things in Hollywood today, but that would probably cost you a lot of money to get a high quality costume.
Man, we got a lot of Florida people. One thing, at least Florida's a state-free state. I mean, guys, try to live in California. I was born and raised in California. They got like one of the highest state taxes, state tax, federal tax, state. I mean, there's so many taxes that they take out. I mean, guys, you should ask Anthony about New York. New York has like one of the highest house taxes that it's just
New Jersey property tax is insane. My father pays like almost $14,000 a year in property tax.
It's very insane.
I pay like $6,000. Even I have a condo in Florida, and it's expensive, man. The prices are going up everywhere.
Yeah, because I know a lot of my family or wife's family is in New York always hated tax season because most of their taxes go to property tax.
Property tax, yeah.
And a lot of times, there's so much, believe it or not, there's so much land to be owned in New York, especially in the upstate area. But a lot of people sell up a lot of that land because even if you don't have something built on it, you're paying taxes in New York like there is a house on it versus other states.
My house that I just bought like 6 years ago, this house would have been like 400,000, right? Now it's almost $1 million. Just the prices went up insane, dramatically. They went up. It's crazy.
Yeah, and
Ron, I can adopt you.
That's the only thing I would say. A lot of times with property tax and stuff, that is not a government thing. That's a state thing on how much they want to charge. So we can't blame governments on like property taxes because that's depending on the state. And when the state does their budget, some states like to take a lot of their money from the property taxes. Some states like Washington, they take it out on gases. So we got like.
Do they raise yours every year, Eric? Do they raise your property tax every year?
Every goddamn year.
Every year, still.
Year. So it's like when you rent. Everybody knows when you rent. Every year your rent goes up, but you're thinking to yourself, well, if I buy a house, it's going to be a set price every year. No, it's not a set price. Your house property goes up
every year,
$100 a month too because of taxes. So when sometimes we want to blame, how come our taxes have to go up on our rent and stuff? Because those people who own that, they get nailed big time.
They get nailed too.
It's like it's a thing you can't win. Even when the economy is on a recession, you think that everything should drop for now? Hell no.
Well, New York is actually good with rent because they can only raise your rent. I think it's 5% every 2 years. Or every time you renew your lease, they can only do it every 5% raise on that. So that's all right.
Real Halloween
rent is very expensive in New York. It's very expensive. A 1-bedroom apartment could go for $1,600.
Oh, God. Dude, one of the cheapest apartments, if you want a decent area, not in the crime area, in Seattle area, starts about $2,200 a month. And that's for a bedroom or less.
I'm talking the suburbs. If you go into Manhattan,
and you guys want to know what the real Halloween is? I went to the store over the weekend because we needed some eggs. I don't know what store we went to. The cheapest eggs was $6 a dozen. The cheapest eggs.
Insane.
At one time, if you want to buy cheap eggs, you used to find it for 99 cents a dozen. The cheaper ones. That's not. I don't know how they determine what's cheap or not. But even the cheapest is $6 a dozen eggs.
The guy in the store tried to charge me $3.99 yesterday for a roll of paper towel. One roll of paper towel, $3.99 he wanted. I'm like, what are you, nuts?
And Cosmic neighbor Ron wrote, not in private, they can raise whenever they want. Trust me, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. My where I was coming from, it was every 2 years. Whenever we renewed the lease, they could raise it 5%.
Well, that's pretty cheap. I had a studio apartment 15 years ago in Nebraska for 595 square feet was $600 a month. That $600 a month for apartment. Wow, that's a miracle. That's something you never want to move
595 square
from.
feet is small though. That's not big.
But now I don't know what the cost of living is in Nebraska. You know, I don't
Me
know what
neither.
their minimum wage is. So sometimes 600 could be like over 1,000 depending on the cost of living. So each state's different on prices. I don't know how people can live like in places like Hawaii or
You go back
Alaska.
15 years ago in Florida, you spent $295 a month on a studio apartment. It was awesome to go down there. You rent an apartment for the whole summer and go hang out. Now it's ridiculous. That same apartment, of course, $900, $1,000 a month now for the same thing. It's just getting hit over the head every which way you look today, man. Food prices, clothing prices, gas prices. You want to go buy a car, you're getting beat over the head. You want to go buy your kids supplies for school, you're getting hit over the head. You can't survive today unless you're working nonstop, man. It's crazy. It's a shame.
All right, so I got another video. This one is supposed to be an alien that they found. I got it on my TikTok now. Like I said, if anybody wants to donate to the channel, you will get a special reading from me. Anybody wants to donate, doesn't matter how much you donate, I'm going to earn it today. I'm going to give you a reading. This is, let me get this here. Is this a real alien? Here we go. Right there, right there, it almost looks like a mermaid because its one leg's like missing a leg. It almost looks like a mermaid.
It's a merman.
All right, so what do we think on that one?
I wish he would have picked it up.
I can't tell you for 100% fact, but I think that's probably a good hook because they're showing you a lot there. And sometimes when they show you too much, that's when it's not real. But regardless, it looks pretty good on camera. I mean, that's
it
better
really
than
does.
effects I see in some movies.
I swear, if I ever find an alien on the beach that like dragged himself in from the water, I'm picking that thing up and I'm like sticking the camera right in its wound, like this is real. I'm gonna be showing everybody. I would be kicking him in the head. That wound looks great though. They did a good job on that wound.
That's what I'm
See that
saying.
leg wound? They did a really good job.
They really did do a good job. You know what I'm gonna do? Suzanne A is she's a subscriber to the channel.
She's awesome, Susan.
So she helps the channel in that way. So Suzanne A, I'm actually gonna give you a reading because you do tribute to the channel
nice
by being a subscriber. So Suzanne, let me get your name up here. Suzanne,
It's
right
very
there.
nice.
Has that little symbol that she's a member of the channel. And if anybody who joins the member of the channel right now, I will give you a special reading. But Suzanne, what color do you want? Red, yellow, or green? Red, yellow, or green? Suzanne, so what color do you want? Or do you want Anthony to pick out your color? Poor guy got beat up today,
Yeah, well, I'm all messed up.
Actually, let me move over to YouTube so I can make it a little faster. No, nah, thank you. So sweet. Yellow. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you snubbed me on that one, Susan.
Yellow. Okay, here we go. Gonna put the yellow in.
Oh, here we go.
You can see the yellow color.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny. You are now mine.
If somebody in the outside world probably hear me saying that to you, they probably shoot the Me Too movement at me for saying you're mine. But in the world of Star Wars, you're mine. Here we go, Suzanne. The power is here. I got a card. It's a guidance card. the guidance. It's Anakin, Obi-Wan fighting. So this is not a Yoda card. So I'm not going to do Yoda voice. Here we go. There are a few feelings worse than fighting with someone you care about. The next time you are in an argument with someone, stop for a moment and look at the situation from their perspective. Try to understand how they feel. So, Suzanne, what that card means is it's easy to get into a fight with somebody, and it's easy to let your anger get the best of you. Look at Darth Vader. He let his anger get the best of him. Sometimes you got to sit back, take a step back, take a deep breather, and kind of listen sometimes to the person arguing with you and try to find out where that person is coming from. Because if you do that, if you take a second just to relax and rest your eyes and sight and hearing, you might be able to hear where they're coming from, and maybe that's enough to stop the fight. It's hard. We know. Anthony will tell you, when you do shows like this, when you do shows, I do a show, we get so many trolls. We get so many other channels that bash you and all that. And,
Yes, indeed.
and you want to rip their throats out. This is Halloween, so I'm going to say that. You want to rip some of their throats out.
Absolutely, man.
And sometimes it is hard because sometimes I know even Anthony will sit back, and I think of some people who go after me like, why do they want to go after you? And sometimes what you learn is
they go after you for jealousy. They're jealous.
Jealousy. And once you realize, they're just jealous, that's when you probably realize, you know what, I'm going to walk away because I'm not going to win, because jealous will leave you. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I saw a message. Hold on. Give me a second. Somebody just donated through PayPal. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. I gotta it popped up on my thing. Let me see here. My PayPal. Let me see here. Let me somebody did, but does it tell me who? Oh, here we go. James Jacobson just donated $5 to the channel, and that really that helps. That helps a lot. And I know even Anthony appreciates it because he knows that all this actually goes to the cartoon.
It costs a lot of money to make them cartoons, man.
So Jane, what color do you want, my friend? You tell me what color you want. You let me know, Jane.
That was you, Angel Wings?
Oh, that was Angel Wings? Oh, that was me, Angel Wings. Perfect. And thank you so much, Angel Wing. And I'm going to tell you something. PayPal, for me, helps the best because that's connected to the person I help pay for to do the graphics for me. So PayPal actually.
And not only that, when you do super chat, super sticker, and thanks and things like that, they're very much appreciated. But if you put $10 in there, YouTube takes 5 of it.
Yep.
They take half.
So
45%.
What color do you want, Angel Wings? You pick the color. And while you pick the color, I'm going to show Bigfoot Stalking Camper. So let me get this one up. Let me get the volume up.
Eric? Yellow, green, and purple. Yellow, green, and red.
Yellow, red, and green.
Yellow, red, and green. She picked yellow.
She picks yellow. Okay. All right. Let me do her reading, and then we'll look at the camper who being stalked by Bigfoot. So she's picking yellow. Here we go. Oh, I almost messed it up for you, Angel Wing. I must not put it in here. If I did it, then you would have been screwed. You wouldn't have made it out alive. Oh, thank God we caught that. Oh, man. It would not have been good. Because this would help me to pick the right card for you.
Good. I can feel your anger.
Activity card. Ooh.
Ooh.
Interesting. Princess Leia on that from Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. And it says, tell someone that you love them, even if you're pretty sure they already know. You know,
Awesome.
well, that is a great card because you're married, I'm married, and sometimes life is so crazy, life is so hectic, especially on Halloween, getting the kids ready and stuff. And sometimes your wife does a lot of extra work to get the stuff ready, get the candy, get the outfits. A little bit more than a man, I'll admit it. And sometimes it's nice to step back and say, "Hey, honey, I love you. I appreciate the hard work that you do." Even though they know you care about them, it never hurts.
That's
Never
right.
hurts. So Angel Wing, whoever that person is, that you know they appreciate you, you appreciate them, just let them know you appreciate them. Everybody today, everybody in the chat today, tell somebody you appreciate them on Halloween. I think that'll be awesome. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
Somebody. Oh wow, there's actually another donation in PayPal.
Nice.
Ronald Mason.
Very nice.
Ronald Mason. So Ronald Mason, I'll have you pick a color. While you pick a color, yellow, red, or green, I'm going to show this camper being stalked by Bigfoot. So I'm gonna forgot the name of what I just said. Oh, Ronald Mason. So you pick me the color, and I'm gonna play this video.
Pick a color, any color.
It sounds like bipedal movement.
You heard that, I know you did.
Yeah.
Red.
Let's go.
I need to know what it is.
Can you tell which way it was moving?
It crossed the water right near me.
You hear that? Holy crap. It sounds like bipedal movement.
You heard.
If anybody's ever gone camping, when you're in a tent and stuff, you are listening to nature. And when you hear something that's not supposed to be there, when you're camping, you can freak out extra. But the question is, what did he hear?
You heard that,
One
I
more
know
time.
you did.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
I need to know what it is.
Ron from Cosmic Neighbors said he sent you a PayPal. He's Ronald Mason.
It crossed the water right near me.
Yeah, I know. He wanted red. I got the red one right here.
Red. Yeah, red.
So, and right before I do his, so Anthony, if you're in the woods and you hear something that's supposed to be there, would you get up with somebody and go investigate it in the middle of the night when pitch black? Would you actually have to do it?
It happened to me. Remember, we played my TikTok at 4:00 in the morning in PA, and I heard the two animals screaming to each other back and forth. I stood out there and tried to see where it was coming from, even though it was frightening. But yeah, I would definitely go out and try to investigate. 100%.
Yeah, you feel like it's something you have to do.
You just got to do it. You may never get another chance again. So.
Yep. So Ron, Cosmic Neighbors wants red.
Cosmic Neighbors, my partner in crime on Paranormal Detectives.
Anakin Skywalker was weak and sentimental, so I destroyed him. His fall was my rise.
Damn straight. All right, Ron. The power of the Sith is giving me a guidance card. It's a picture of Rogue One, which out of the Disney era, Rogue One is probably the best Disney Plus Star Wars movie in the Disney era. Here we go. Some situations in life may seem impossible, but you can't give up just because the odds are against you. Learn to identify what you can and cannot control, and then accept what you can do from there. There's things that we can't control that happens in life. You can't control good things, bad things. Listen, right now, I outside. I got fifth flat tire this year because all my fucking neighbors keep building their cars in the middle of the roads and stuff. And now this is the fifth time I got a flat tire. You know what? I identify the problem is. I tell them to sweep up. How do you fucking do your cars? I'm tired of fucking have to repair tires. But accept what you can do, and then you move forward. Because stuff is gonna happen, and some things does seem impossible. Right now, I bet you Anthony's like, you know what? I'm never gonna get that show on TV on a social network. But you know what? Trust yourself. Work hard, and you will.
You know, I heard something that Anthony Hopkins said this morning that was awesome. He said, when you want something, you have to believe with every fiber of your being that you're going to get it. He said, in fact, just believe that you already have it and it will come true. And I strongly believe in that.
I like that.
Willing what you put what you want out into the universe and, you know, act like you already have it and believe it with every fiber of your being and it'll come back. You'll get it. I believe that.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, this next one. Oh,
And
Suzanne.
Susan A, another kind and generous $5 donation.
Man, she must like her reading that much. She felt the
Awesome.
She felt the thing. And I haven't been applying my donation. All right, this next video I'm going to show you. Hold on, I'm trying to get the name of it. Bigfoot caught on camera. So let me get this up.
Catch me outside. How about that, Brown Dwarf? Catch me outside. How about that?
Here we go. This is supposed to be a Bigfoot caught on camera. Here we go. Now, one person in the chat of TikTok saying, obviously a costume. One person.
Well, the one thing that that's real. Make no mistake.
That's real. That's real. Make no mistake. Looks like the Patterson one.
The only thing that's throwing me off is watch when it walks. It's looking down at the floor as it's walking. I don't think a Bigfoot would do that.
Yeah, Bigfoot wouldn't need to do that. But what's weird is when you look at these people in the chat, a lot of people are saying that's the real deal. You know, but I mean, it's all.
They're not investigating. They don't know.
A Bigfoot video or picture is blurry. I know that always comes up a lot. You know, why is every Bigfoot video or picture is blurry?
And then you get a pristine 4K image on video, and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh, this video is too good. It's got to be fake." You know, so you can't win either way.
No, you can't, because sometimes, the video you think it's the most fake turns out to be the most real. Now I'm gonna play this other one that's supposed to be Bigfoot sound, like how Bigfoot sound. Let me get it ready. Okay, so let me pop this up. And this is supposed to be a Bigfoot voice cut. Now, some of you in the chat, I know, have said you have heard Bigfoot noise. I can't remember a brown dwarf. I can't remember if you said you have heard a Bigfoot voice, but I
Yeah,
want
he
Ken to
recorded
do
it.
it.
Remember?
He did, huh?
Yeah, he recorded it when he
Yeah.
showed us the recording. He did.
Here we go.
May 2015, a local horticulturalist is recording himself during a routine mushroom hunt in the woods of northern Illinois. The man is startled by a strange and scary sound seemingly coming from nearby. It's a long, drawn-out howl that lasts about 9 seconds and certainly sounds like an animal of some kind. The mushroom hunter pans his camera back and forth to see if he can spot anything, but sees nothing.
I think it's time to go.
So this I would characterize as a yell or a scream, which does fit into the paradigm of the Bigfoot world. This particular vocalization has a definitive sound of aggressiveness. I would say whatever is making this sound is trying to scare this person out of its area.
Let's hear
May
it again. Let's hear the scream
2015,
again.
a local horticulturalist is recording himself during a routine mushroom hunt in the woods of northern Illinois. The man is startled by a strange and scary sound seemingly coming from nearby. It's a long, drawn-out howl that lasted.
And you know, if it was very short, I probably would have said right off the bat, that's a man doing it. But he does do
Nah,
it
that
at a
sounds good.
longer stretch, and you got to have better lung capacity to go that long of a stretch.
That sounded legit to me, man.
Does a does a Bigfoot poo in the woods?
Does the Pope wear a funny hat?
He kind of has to, doesn't he? I mean, he's got to go somewhere. You know? Here we go. Almost like an elephant sound. I guess I could see that, but of course, what would an elephant be doing? Walking around the regular
in Illinois. Yeah.
Unless somebody recorded the elephant sound
And put it over the video.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Could do that. I didn't think of that.
Sounds like a baby T-Rex. Well, Frost Kitten, how would you know what a baby T-Rex sounds like? Do you have one? Pup does
wear a fish hat. That's true. That's what the pointy hat represents, a fish head.
Please check your Cash.app. Okay. Thank you. My flock just donated again to the channel, and I want to thank her. Let me give her a donation. I want to thank you so much. That's awesome. You know, like I said, every thing that people donate does help with the channel, and I appreciate it a lot. You know, so if anybody else wants to donate that has not got a reading, donate any way you want, and then I'll give you a reading. Now, this next video is actually a woman.
In 1935, an anthropologist.
Here, I'll just play it. She talks about a monkey, whatever. Here we go.
In 1935, an anthropologist spotted some so-called dragon teeth for sale at a market in China. They were huge, but he could tell they were ape-like, just much bigger than any known ape, living or extinct. He named this new genus Gigantopithecus, which literally means gigantic ape. Since then, thousands more teeth, as well as a few jawbones, have been found in China and Southeast Asia, dating to between 2 million and 300,000 years ago. But we've never found the rest of its body, which, based on what we do have, should be huge. It's been estimated to have been nearly 10 feet tall and up to 660 pounds. Basically, a real-life like Bigfoot. And while we haven't been able to get any ancient DNA from the fossils, we have been able to sequence some of the ancient proteins from their tooth enamel. These point to their closest living relatives being orangutans, which they shared a common ancestor with around 10 to 12 million years ago. In 19...
Interesting. She wants me to give a reading to Skywalker. Well, who's Skywalker in this film? Who's that? Give Skywalker.
I don't know.
Who's is there a Skywalker?
Who's Skywalker? Block?
Yeah, I'll give Skywalker a reading. Who is he in the chat, or are you doing it for Skywalker? Or do you want Anthony to pick the color for Skywalker?
Who's Skywalker? I don't know who she's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Carlos Skywatcher, you mean? Is that who you mean, Flock? Carlos Skywatcher?
Because if you guys want to donate and want to give your reading to
It's
somebody
Carlos
else,
Skywatcher. Just put CS so we know.
Skywatcher. Oh. It's me.
I think that's
okay.
That's gotta be the
cool,
one you mean.
Cool. So what color do you want, Carlos? What color do you want? Let me get this off. All right. Skywalker, give me a color. Give me a color. Red. Ooh, everybody's feeling like a Sith today.
Yeah, and everybody's feeling evil.
I love it. I love it. All right. I don't know. Carlos doesn't want to talk. Huh. Must be pissed. Huh. All right. Did I freeze? No, I didn't. I didn't freeze. Okay. I'm going to pick a color. Whoa, that was evil. That was evil. That was evil. All right, here we go. Affirmation card. Ooh, you got Ray. Maybe affirmation is you get to have a night with Ray. Don't quote me on that. Oh, look, see-through. Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, creepy.
I am limitless. Ooh, Ray saying I am limitless. I have the potential to do anything and to be anyone. There are no boundaries to what I can achieve. And that's true. I think everybody
I like it a lot.
have that in them to know that you have the ability. If you want to do something, do it. Just try it. Listen, we're not always going to get what we want. If I got
right.
what I want right now, Anthony, Connor, some brown dwarf, we'll all be in a huge RV traveling around the whole United States, investigating UFOs, paranormal, Bigfoot, everything. We will be doing everything if we were able to. But you know what? We're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to control what we control. We're going to work hard because we know we have the ability to entertain people. And, time will come. It's going to come.
My wife said, what would you do if you won the Powerball tonight? Because in New York, it's like $1 billion right now.
Well, Powerball is not, it's like $1 billion.
Well, but it's like over $1 billion right now. And I said, the first thing I would do
is if I won, somebody would probably have to wake me up because I'd probably pass out because I'd be like, believe. That's a good question. What would you do?
Dude,
That's the ultimate question.
I'd buy like one of them beautiful tour buses. I load it up with all the gear you can possibly think of. And we would hunt every location we've ever wanted to do together as a huge team. I'd buy us everything, man.
I would.
Then I'd get a private jet and fly us friggin' everywhere, man. We'd be investigating everywhere.
I think I would build like TAPS, like my own headquarters on multiple states and build our own team.
Hell
of
yeah.
people, and we're not going to stick to one thing. You know, we're just going to investigate the paranormal. We're going to have a team that's going to be able to
Everything.
investigate everything. And my
Hire a real deal film crew to follow us around.
my dream would be like, you know, if I was doing a team, I want Anthony. I want a UFO guy that knows more about UFOs than I do, but still open-minded to the other things. And then I want a Bigfoot guy whose mainly knowledge is Bigfoot, but open-minded. I want to have a medium. I mean, I want to have a mix of people with me, so we can have all different ideas. But everybody has to be open-minded to other one. I don't want someone who's like, "Oh, fuck the UFO. I'm just here for the Bigfoot." No. You might have learned more in the Bigfoot, but you're willing to open your eyes and ears to any possibilities that are out there.
With that kind of money, I would quadruple what NASA's spending to investigate UFOs. I'd hire a better team than they got. I'd hire their own astronauts to do the investigations, man. It would be, forget it. We would have this thing solved within 5 years with that kind of money.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. God, it's just...
You would definitely come with us, Angel Wings, 100%.
You know, it's just... God, you're right, just to have fun. Now, the last thing I want to show, but I don't know why... Where'd it go, Anthony? I pulled up your channel.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Where's your show from yesterday?
It would be on the live.
Usually you go to videos, it shows every. Oh, you're right. You know, Never mind. I people shut up. You had a fantastic interview with this guy, because there's a lot of names you guys said about NASA astronauts, and I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I don't know all the astronauts' names. I don't know all the stories that they're supposed to know or don't know, you know, because when I think of NASA, I think of an organization that, in a lot of ways, they're their own government. They tell their employees what they can say, what they can't say, what they're allowed to say, and if you do slip, it can ruin your career. So I don't follow a lot of NASA stuff, but the names you guys brought down about certain astronauts, about, you know, like we were talking before the show, one of the most interesting is that one astronaut's name where the guy speaks about his UFO encounter as a pilot, as a test pilot, but he supposedly had an encounter while he was an astronaut, but never talks about it. And it makes you think, well, why can't somebody talk about this, but he's not willing to talk about this from over here when they're both in the same?
Because they spoke about it. They spoke about it when they retired from NASA. While they were working for NASA, they were still under that oath where they couldn't say what they had, wanted to say. So they had to wait until they retired in order to say anything. Otherwise, they would have been in breach.
I know, and that's what sucks. And guys, I'm gonna put the link in the StreamYard so you guys can, if you haven't watched it yet, please watch it, because it makes you really think that it's pretty sad that you have to wait till you retire out of something to be able to come out to finally say something, to the point where you can't really do anything anymore because you're not in that organization anymore. And it's sad that Papa's higher
that's
up.
The movie. That's his movie, Secret Space UFOs, NASA's First Missions. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Apple TV. If you want to rent it, it's only like $3.99, and it'll take you back to all NASA's first mission, the Gemini 7 project, Mercury 7, the Gemini missions, Scott Glenn, Gordon Cooper, all their UFO encounters, the X-15 flights that had UFOs that they captured on video and all that stuff. So Darcy Weir did a dynamite job as a director filmmaker on this. Really did a good job, man. It was really cool. He's a friend of mine, but it was really cool to have a real good, open, honest conversation about it all. So, if you're interested in watching it, it's on Unidentified as well. You'll
When
enjoy it.
you like talk to him behind the scenes or all that, did he ever mention?
I talk to him like 2-3 times a week.
But did he ever mention you, Anthony? Did they ever try to like stop him from making this documentary? Did he ever mention anything about anybody ever trying to stop him? 'Cause I'm always curious,
but
like you
he did mention that he tried to get NASA to come on and talk about it and give their side of the story, and they would not go on and comment unless he only filmed their side of the narrative with only what they wanted him. Like, in other words, they wanted to give him questions that they wanted asked, and that was it. He couldn't ask anything that he wanted to ask. So he was like, screw that. He's not doing that. And I respect that.
And I'm always curious if they tried to physically like stop you from making,
Not that I know of. He didn't mention that, but he did mention that, if he did have them on, if he did put them in the movie, that the narrative that they wanted to spin wasn't what he was looking for. It was like whitewashed what they wanted to do. So he wasn't doing that. And I respect that.
Yeah. And I wonder if there are documentaries that technically were created, but they got stopped behind the scenes to show it.
I'm sure certain things.
I would love to somehow know those stories and try to get, try to see what they've taken away. We know it happens all the time, but hey guys, our hour is up. I hope you guys appreciate this kind of a different kind of a show today. It's kind of Halloween. Wanted to just more relax, and I want everybody to be safe out there. And if you got young ones, I know you probably heard it a million times, but you should inspect their candy. Don't be Anthony that eats it and gets beat up by the wife.
I wanted to
candy safe and go to the neighborhoods that that you could trust the people.
I wanted to tell you, Darcy also did this movie, The Unwanted Sasquatch, with Dr. Jeff Meldrum. And this was a really good Bigfoot movie that he did recently that you guys might enjoy in the Bigfoot world. It's called The Unwanted Sasquatch. So check that out too. It's really good. Everything this guy does is really good. So he doesn't cheap out on it.
First of all, I want to thank Lee for saying that. And I want to say thank you, Dina P, for saying you're loving the show.
Thank you. And we love you.
We couldn't do the show if it wasn't for you guys. If nobody watches, it's like, why are we talking to ourselves? So to have, it's still amazing just to see one or two people that's willing to take time out of the day to listen, especially with the guy who got beat up by a wife. And
yeah, man, I'm not allowed to eat no candy.
But guys, truly have a safe Halloween tonight. Watch some horror movies, but do not watch Halloween Ends, because that is the biggest piece of crap Halloween movie in the franchise I ever saw. That is
horrible.
In my opinion, the worst Halloween movie I ever saw.
It really was horrible.
My wife goes, Eric, why are you so pissed off? We went to the theater because I go, when we got our first VHS player, back in my day, VHS was a big thing. One of the first two movies we rented was two horror movies, Halloween and Evil Dead. Because when you got a VHS, no parents took kids to the movie theater to see horror movies. When you got a VHS, you rented these movies behind their backs.
Blockbuster, baby.
And I grew up on Halloween, loving the idea of, for whatever reason, this man just doing what he does. But this last fucking Halloween movie just, oh my God. There's one time I go, honey, is Michael Myers even in this movie?
When he was smacking around Michael Myers, I was like, no way, this is stupid, man. It was stupid. It was so stupid.
So beyond that, guys, you guys have a great day. And the cartoon is coming Wednesday. I'm going to be uploading it tonight. So there'll be a link. And once everybody see the link, I will say don't share it out tonight or tomorrow. You share it out on the day that it's broadcast, because that's when it's fresh in people's mind. If you share it out early, people forget about it by Wednesday. Michigan Lab is actually a voice in this. Cosmic Neighbors is a voice in this. I got Chris is a voice in it. Chad Smith is a voice in it. And of course, you know the usual suspects, Anthony, myself, Connor. Brown Dwarf is making his voice cartoon into it tonight. The Brown Dwarf is in it. So, guys, there's a lot of people in it. Please watch it on Wednesday because there's a lot of hard work that gets put in it, getting it made, getting it created. And right after the show, I got to get a couple more lines from Anthony. So it's still not completely finished. And hit that like button. And please,
Have
the last
happy
video,
Halloween.
I think the last video I did, I don't know, on Friday, I only got like 8 comments. So if you guys can leave some comments, I appreciate it.
Yeah, comment after the show, guys and girls, please.
Beyond that, you guys have a safe Halloween.